What's up YouTube? So this is a long awaited video. We finally get the IS300 to run, and then you're gonna figure out where I messed up at and what the problem is at the end. So basically we got another motor. It's actually really good and we got it for about $450. Like I said in my update video, the original plan was to just rebuild my original motor, make it stronger because I want to go turbo in the future. But the machinist that was doing the work, he actually had got really sick and he couldn't finish the work, so we had just postponed that and then just went ahead and got another motor just to drop it in because this is my daily driver and my only car. Also, I didn't film everything in the process because after a while it gets kind of a hassle of when you're trying to get everything done and trying to film at the same time. So I'll just try my best to explain what's going on in the video throughout the video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. In the comment section down below, let me know what I could have done better, and as well, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. So we finally got in the front yard. It's another 2JZ. 2JZ plus 2JZ equals 4JZ. And I stuttered when I said that. Alright, so the motor is dirty. It's been sitting outside for a long time. It's out of a IS300. Paid about $450 for it. It's alright, so what I'm gonna do, since I have a new water pump, I'm gonna change the water pump. Change the intake over to the one I had painted, and then probably do the tensioner, do the front seal and rear seal. That should be it. All right, so now everybody strip it down real quick and go ahead and flip it. All right, we were going to change the main seals, but as we started tearing down the engine, we actually noticed that the seals were already replaced. The engine did have like residual oil on it from when it was leaking, but overall the seals were actually brand new. So we just left it alone, just threw the transmission on it and put it in the car. Now we're just simply taking the hood off and going to put it on the roof of the car to make our lives a little bit easier. We're putting the motor in.
On top of Let's go! Strong men! How I'm gonna do this? Let go. He's like, how I'm gonna do this? We got the engine in the air. Now we're about to put the transmission on and torque converter on. You gotta get up under there and bolt it to the flywheel. And then when we're done, we'll go ahead and switch the harness over that's on the engine, swap it over to the one that's actually in the car, and then drop it in there. We gotta get the transmission and drive shaft back together. Look at my drive shaft's a little rusted, because we had it on the ground all the time, started tying it up. That was my bad. That should be alright.
This is where I ultimately mess up. So like I said, I was going to bolt the torque converter to the flywheel. I didn't know you were supposed to actually slide the torque converter into the transmission first. You're supposed to slide it in there 3 times, to have like 3 clicks, and then that'll let you know that it's in there. Then you put the transmission up to the engine, and then you go under the engine and bolt the torque converter to the flywheel accordingly. Well, I didn't know that because, you know, it's my first time doing it. You can flame me up all you want, but we fucked up and my transmission is screwed. So
so it's day 3. We got the motor in yesterday. All I need to do is like do the power steering, the AC compressor, and I think a couple more clips and maybe some grounds or whatever, and then probably set it up a little bit. Alright, so this is where the car is at. Got the motor in. So now I attempted to put the starter in there. I still need to put the ground wire on there, but it's a little hard to reach, obviously. So I got the AC compressor right here. I'm attempting to put that on real quick and then put the power steering pump on. So let's get right into it. Finally got the AC compressor and the power steering pump back on. Boy, that shit was real tough, I ain't gonna lie, because I didn't remember how it goes on there, and then I had to actually go buy a little part to get, as you can see it, let me see, right there in the middle of that stud. I had to get a stud out of the block to be able to put the compressor back on. Boy, finally got on there though. And believe it or not, this is day 4. I said day 3 like a minute ago from what you saw. But it's day 4 now because this weather is just, it's ridiculous. It's wet on the ground. Still gotta get it started, still gotta put the front end on. But we'll just get it done. So right now I'm gonna go ahead, put the intake on. See if there's any other plugs I missed. I don't think there is, other than for the power steering right there. Gotta figure out if that might be like one of these probably. O2s, and then another big problem we have is, as you can see right here, right there, that line. That's the transmission, the coolant lines for it or whatever. And it's stuck under the exhaust. It got bent and it's stuck on my motor mount. And the way that happened was that when we was putting the motor in, we kept on bending the line on the exhaust because we couldn't get the exhaust out because it's rusted together to the car. So I had to figure out that problem. Then we broke that, but I have a spare valve cover, so it should be all right. Just swap this over because it's a little nut right there. If it'll focus. There we go. All right, so let's jump right into it again.
To actually fix the transmission line issue that I had, I ended up cutting my exhaust right in the middle so that I can get the exhaust manifold loose, because like I said, it's all rusted together. And I just ended up working on the car day by day because the weather was kind of bad at the time. But that's gonna be it for this video because it's getting a little bit long. I'll have a part 2, but for the part 2, it's just gonna be a very short video. It's gonna be me starting the car and explaining what our last issue was. And then hopefully eventually whenever I get another transmission or anything like that, I'll get the next one fixed. I have some POV videos pretty soon. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.